live, 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 live. Live, 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 live. Live, 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 Black Hole Live 155. Black Hole Live 155. This is one. Yeah. Black Hole Live 155. Black is back. Hello from the hole. Black Hole Live. I got 2 likes already. 2 likes on my live. 2 likes on my live. One guy there just hanging, getting down with Black. Getting down to business with Black. So how's everybody doing? No topic? No guest? Just hanging with Black. That's all it is. It's just hanging with Black. That's all we're doing. We're hanging with Black. This miserable rabbit hole matrix. I understand what you all are going through. I understand how miserable and meaningless life can seem. We got 2 people there. Appreciate you tuning in. How is everybody? Is everybody still surviving? Everybody still alive? Everybody still maintaining their charge on the battery? The slavery system that we dwell within? I'm drinking my coffee. I know how difficult it is. It's ridiculous, isn't it, guys? And we have to live in this kind of a realm. We're just spit out until we get spit back in. Yeah. Just hanging with Black. Black. Live. One live. Live. Feel free to comment. Feel free to chat. Tell me what's on your mind, guys. We're just hanging with Black. I'm just going to be live for a while, you know. I'm just going to be live. Whatever. You know, no topic. I don't even care if anybody tunes in. If anybody wants to say anything, they're fine. Just getting down with Black. As you can see in the chat and you know, in the description. I'm sorry. There really is no need for this nonsense, is there, guys? No, there isn't. Just like in the Matrix, when he holds his hand up to the bullets and just, go down and just, he knows what he's doing. You don't even have to look at him, and just martial arts and jiu-jitsu or whatever. And it's like, I don't give a fuck. The Oracle asked me, like, you didn't, you came here to, find out why you made a choice, something like that. Yeah. We got 8 people here. Thanks for tuning in. 2 people have already given a like. I appreciate it. Hanging with Black, getting down with Black. Down to business. You know what business? The fact that we're here to die until our batteries. We're just here to charge the system until our batteries runs out, right? That's all these agents. They're after us. They want us dead. They want us to be slaves until we die. Godzilla Games Pro says, hello, I'm new to one of your live streams. I have to go to the doctor tomorrow. Okay, what you gonna do at the doctor tomorrow? Says hi. How you doing? Oh, yeah, I was a dentist. We gotta go to the doctor, right? What kind of doctor? Dentist? You don't have to. Do you have to operation? Some kind of what kind of doctor? Do a cartwheel. Do a cartwheel. What do you mean do a cartwheel? I can't do that. I'm not gonna do that on my. I know what you want me to do. You want me to do a cartwheel on my fucking live here. You want me to set my phone down and actually do a cartwheel. Fine, this. Sorry, brother, that's not gonna happen. But you can always imagine things. I'd never done a cartwheel in my life. I've done a somersault. I can do a somersault, but I ain't gonna do it on the line. But anybody ever done a rolly before? I have to go to the doctor tomorrow because part of my neck is hurting really bad and my parents can't figure out why. I understand, man. It's just maybe you got a crick in your neck. That's something to do with the way you slept or something, perhaps. You want to give more insight on that? Of course, I'm not monetized, guys. I probably never will be. I need like another 800 subscribers at least for that or something like that. I don't care about that. I don't care about ever being monetized. Hopefully the live won't, I want it to be a very long live, but hopefully it won't be too long. You know what I mean? We're just hanging out, guys. We're just hanging out. I'm just watching stuff here. Might take you in there before I go to sleep and just leave the live running all night. You guys can just keep the chat going all night long for all I care. I don't care. I mean, do you remember all those blank lives I used to do all the way back there? Where I would just leave it running all night and you guys could just leave chat or whatever. Recommendations. Got 12 people here. 2 likes. Appreciate it. It's just, you always think you got all these things to say, but I don't really have much anything to say for this live. I'm just here, just hanging out. Anybody who happens to scroll and wants to say hi. No topic, no guests, no really nothing. Just being live. Black hole is just live, That's all it is. Godzilla says, well, never mind me having my neck hurt. How's your day going? Yeah, it's just Monday. I'm just glad Monday's over. Pancake 1913 says hi. How you doing? I wonder what happened to that pancake guy from a while back. He was around. Don't know what happened to that guy. Let's go. He was doing, architecture or whatever. He had a name like that, Pancake. There's no topic on this live. I mean, does anybody have anything that they want to talk about other than the fact that we're living in a rabbit hole matrix? I got to wake up every day and do the same BS every day. Anybody have any definite topics that they have in mind? Got 3 likes. I appreciate that. I'm just chilling, guys. I'm just watching these talk shows and whatever. I'm just chilling. I don't know what the hell we're doing here other than just the fact that we're just trying to survive. We're all, the battery, we got to get charged up. We got to go to sleep every night. Charge the battery. And then we wake up and it's the same BS all over again, right? Draining the battery. We got to go back to sleep. Recharge the battery. And we wake up and we got to recharge the battery again. Over and over and over. Every year is the same thing. Every day, fuck the year, fuck the month. Every day is the same thing. Every hour, every minute, sometimes every second even can be the same thing. Do you like school? I don't know. Of course, I like I've been out of school for like 20 years, man. Screw school. It's boring. Put a W in the chat if you think school is boring. Yeah, school is boring. Godzilla Game Pro says, I was just playing a game called Halo. I don't know if you know that Halo is, but it's fun. Yeah, I played Halo before. Yeah, it's a cool game. I did that a while ago. I don't really play video games anymore, man. It's just... I can watch video games. I can watch other people play video games. Godzilla Games Pro says, my school lets me have McDonald's for lunch on Friday. And if the lunch lady is out and it's not a Friday, they order Domino's. Okay. I hear you. Which do you prefer, McDonald's or Domino's, or the pizza? I had pizza tonight. I had all-American pizza. That's one of my favorite pizzas. Yeah, he ordered the pizza. Yeah, my father ordered the pizza. I remember that. It's just every day just runs together, doesn't it, guys? You think that, this day is going to be better, and then it turns out, okay, if you get any kind of pleasure, then it's over and done. Then you got to earn your way to more pleasure, right? I love hot dogs, says RCW08. Oh, yeah, I love hot dogs. What lucky, says Pancake. What do you mean, what lucky? Well, you got to make your own luck. Pancake, are you responding to my comment? Oh yeah, I think you guys are talking to each other. Always put an add to whoever you're speaking to, so I will know that you're talking to somebody in the chat instead of me. I do that myself when I'm on other people's lives. And it's got like 5 or 6 moderators. I don't need more moderators. Ew, I had another one of those Q&As on the bottom of my screen. They always pop on and off, and then they're gone before I have a chance to put them on there. Pen, yeah. Yeah, I was looking at that. Never mind. So yeah, what does everybody want for Christmas? I want to get the fuck out of this crazy rabbit hole matrix. That's what I want. That's what Black Hole wants for Christmas. To get out this rabbit hole matrix. Meaningless nonsense. Why are we here? I prefer Domino's pizza. Okay, Godzilla. You prefer the pizza, yeah? I haven't had McDonald's in a long time. I prefer the Big Mac. I like the number one. Of course, I went to Swad's, whatever the heck it was, the barbecue place. Saturday night I had a gift card. Like Johnny's, or like anywhere, just anything that tastes good. I'll eat anything. I'm like a goat. Anything, as long as it tastes good. The only thing I don't like is the square pizza that they used to serve you in the, the high school, the elementary school. Fuck that. That's not food, man. That's trash made out to be food. Anyway. Anybody ever, you guys remember the square pizza from high school, right? Boy, that sucked. Why do our parents bring us here? I don't know. And I don't want to get into a topic like that because, these parents are going to get on here and they're going to be like, oh my God, how dare you talk like that? Well, I don't remember ever asking to be born. You ask anybody on the street and they'll be saying like, no, I don't remember asking to be born. We were just here. Now we got to go be a slave and go wake up in the morning every day and find ways to make people think that we're worth something so we can live a life that we don't remember asking for until we burn out and have to recharge again, just like I was saying. The recharge, the better. It really is that simple, guys. I mean, there's nothing more. I know you're waiting for me to say some oracleistic thing like in the Matrix, but, just know thyself, just like the Oracle said. Just know thyself, guys. Know that you're in a rabbit hole matrix and we're all just here to be slaves until we die because 2 people had sex. That's it. You want to get down? Let's get down. Because all you ever really got to do is get down to business, and the business is that we're here to just be slaves. You guys can still hear me, right? W's in the chat. Sometimes these lives give out on me. I have an Xbox 360. I never played Xbox 360. I never played Xbox. I played with GameCube. I played with PlayStation 2. I played with Super Nintendo. I played with Nintendo, the original. I played with Nintendo 64. And what was the other one? The Sega Genesis. Yeah. Those are the ones I played with. I haven't really played any Veil games for a long time. Just don't find any use in them. I'd rather get on the internet and watch other people play stuff and, reminisce and stuff. I think there was another system I played. I can't remember. By the way, I'm a YouTuber and I have 2,000 views. Excellent, Godzilla Games Pro. I might look into subscribing to your channel. Yeah. So excellent. Thank you for informing me on that. I'm just hanging, guys. This is Black Hole Live 155. Just hang out. The whole purpose of this live is just to hang out and be live for the sake of being live. No guest, no topic, just being live. I'm not, Godzilla Games Pro says, I'm not old enough to play half the games I play, but I'm very mature for my age. Okay, I believe you, man. What is your age? None of my business. You don't have to tell me. I know I sound like I'm so young, and I am young. I'm young at heart. Fairy tales can come true if they can happen to you if you're young at heart. I'm young at heart. I'm 43. And I'm 5 years old. I'll always be 5 years old. I don't give a fuck about numbers. I don't give a fuck about money. I don't give a fuck about any of this slavery BS in this world. They used to make us into slaves by this monetary system. Batteries being burnt out isn't people helping each other and being there and loving each other. But that, it's just all, no, we can't help you if you don't have the money. You got to go be slaves. You got to work a shift. And, why can't we just help each other, period? Oh, but it's just how we're supposed to get all this stuff to the market. How we supposed find a way, guys. There's always a way. There's a better way than what we have. I just woke up and now I have to work, says Jojo Bean 3737. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What job do you have? That's the last one I read. We're about 60 minutes into the live now. Stay live as long as I can for you tonight. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Anybody who doesn't tune in can always listen later. Might take a break after this live, don't know. We're here to just be slaves. That's it. And cope in between. There are people that are starving on the street. There are people that are slaving away at a job that they can't stand. Right now, as I'm saying this, pretty much any kind of hell you can imagine is happening, guys. And that's just being real. That's not me being negative. That's just being. I'm a realist, and there's no sense in that. That's nonsense. There shouldn't be anything like that. Nobody should be doing that stuff. But people have this ego. People get mad for, and I can understand why they would get mad, because they're tired of being run out. They're tired of having to do something that they don't want to do. I told you this live was getting down to business, and we're getting down to business on this live. They're tired of feeling the way they feel. They're tired of being run out. They're tired of being run down. They're tired of doing things that they don't want to do. They're tired of having to work long hours for wages that aren't high enough. They're tired of living with their parents, even if their parents are good parents and their good family's good. Yeah, but they still want to get on their own, right? The price is being too high and go to the grocery store and everything. They're sick of it. So much BS. This more BS. I heard the other night. Like, my father said, the Great Depression. Oh, but people pulled through. Yeah, you would say something like that. Boy, I'm telling you, there's no point in any of this nonsense. There's no point in anybody having to suffer through any kind of depression. There's no point. I don't think the people are suffering now more than they ever have, because they're just the prices are higher than ever, and there's people just don't give me that nonsense. Don't tell me that the prices are, the depression, they pulled out of it. I don't really think that, I've heard people on the internet, on my fellow YouTubers, like, we're not coming out of this. And I go with them. I believe that. I think that we're just screwing each other over in ways that are completely unnecessary. There's way too much inflation. There's too much high prices. There's too many people that are out of work. There's too many people living with their parents. There's too many people that can't even move out of their house and live in a place that's acceptable. Pay. And that's just all these holidays and everything. Oh, you guys feel better. Yeah, sure, right, whatever. Same time, like I said in my last live, you should try to be happy and find ways to make yourself happy. But we do need to get down to business on this live and say, in spite of everything, we're still having to struggle and just barely getting by. A lot of people out of work, a lot of people living with parents, a lot of people can't afford to even go to the grocery store, put gas in the car. A lot of people can't even afford to get a responsible drink. A lot of people can't even afford to barely walk down the street without having to worry about somebody blowing their brains out. And why is that? What is the reason behind all of this? Simple fact that most humanity doesn't give a hoot and holler about their fellow man. Simple fact that most people don't want to help the other person. They want everything for themselves, the selfishness. They want to make love, and they just keep bringing more slaves into a rabbit hole matrix system. Doesn't give a F about them. My YouTube channel is the same thing as my username, Godzilla Games Pro. Okay. Alright, but anyway, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I know, I got 4 likes. I appreciate that. Like, share, subscribe. I'm telling you guys, there's no point in any of this bullshit suffering, guys. I don't want to live in this stupid world anymore. Do you guys? No black hole, we don't. Why? Because it's just fucking bullshit nonsense, guys. This life is dead. Good night.